From the Oklahoma newsroom, this is an OSU update. I'm Jenny Carlson. Oklahoma State hoops off and running and hit a little bit of a roadblock on Wednesday night when Tulsa came to Gallagher-Iba. Cowboys stumble by 10 to their in-state rival, I guess, if you will. John Helsley joins us on the phone. And John, we've seen now several games with the Cowboys playing without Phil Forte, yet another one against Tulsa. What kind of impact at this point is that injury, is that absence, not having Phil Forte in this lineup?
Well, I think, Jenny, that we've wondered sort of what that absence means to this team. They've kind of found a way to kind of get around it in some games so far this year. Some different players have stepped up. Wasn't the case against Tulsa on Wednesday. In fact, it was a really tight game, not really well played offensively by either team. And you know, you were just kind of waiting for somebody to step up and kind of turn the game one way or the other. And for OSU, it never happened. And you kind of felt like maybe Phil Forte's that guy to do it for this team right now. And you know, with him missing, you look around and you wonder who is going to be that guy.
Yeah, well, and obviously a young team, John, so they're sort of finding their way, not having that veteran leader on the court with them. That's got to be decimating too. Is there any timetable for return for Phil Forte, when he might rejoin that young group?
Sounds very dicey right now. You know, there is no set timetable. They feel like he's getting better. You know, he's got a torn ligament in there. And, you know, the really interesting thing with that is that he's got to be able to dribble left-handed. You can't just become a one-dimensional player who can only go right. And right now he has trouble with that. And so, you know, they're kind of taking it day by day. They're you know, obviously he's going through all the training and the rehab and the various things, but he's got to feel really good before they put him back in there, because there's, you know, with a torn ligament, there's always the chance that it could, you know, be re-injured.
Well, and John, I assume that you don't want to rush him back and then lose him for your really tough stretch of Big 12 play. That has to be part of the thinking for the Cowboys.
Absolutely, and that's also sort of what really makes this have a twist, you know, because this is a Cowboys team that needs all the non-conference wins it can get. And while it's not you know, just a really difficult non-conference schedule, there's still a couple of tough games ahead. They play Minnesota in Sioux Falls, North Dakota. Minnesota's a pretty good team. They're going to play Florida. And so, you know, this is a team that's going to need to kind of build up some bank before they get to the Big 12. And they've got to hope that they can do that without Phil Forte if he doesn't return soon.
Well, John, is Saturday one of those days that they get another W? Missouri State, the opponent. I would think that's the game you almost have to win, even at this early juncture in the season.
All the warning flags will go up if they don't win Saturday. It's not a very good Missouri State team. They're 1-5, and so it's a game they should win. And as you mentioned, they have to win, because that would really be a sort of a devastating blow here in the non-conference part of the schedule. Yeah,
we'll continue to monitor Phil Forte's return. And when he does return, it will be a huge boost to the Cowboys. We'll see when that does happen. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.